People say pasta here in the United States.
Pasta, they say up in Canada.
Yeah, pasta.
They ruin everything.
Pasta skates, because I'm going out and I'm hitting the ice.
We can trim this.
We have some questions, David, from the internet that we take from my Twitter feed.
Off your Twitter feed about golf?
This one is from. This one is. You like golf?
First burn.
Who was your favorite PGA golfer?
Ooh, Spade.
Oh, wow.
That was pretty good, wasn't it?
That was pretty good.
He's new.
So are you disappointed that he didn't break the records? He always seems to end up in the final pairing, doesn't he?
I only know him. It's Jordan Spade.
Yeah.
Is it? He's 20.
Jordan Spade.
And he was in the final of the Masters. Yeah, that was cool. I like to see a young guy.
And he was in the final at the Players.
Is that recently?
Yeah. So he lost. He was in the finals with Bob Money. He lost the Masters, and then he was in the finals with Martin Keimer. And
well, those guys are seasoned pros.
They
right?
are.
It's like if this clown was in the finals of something with you, you'd probably win, right?
Remember, this guy lost to the Bushman on Star Search. So.
Who?
The Bushman.
Who's he?
Well, it was International Star Search, so there.
You had to go up against a Bushman from like.
Well, yeah, well, one guy's from Africa. He wore tribal robes. The Bushman. The other guy's from Canada. Me. I had no jokes about me. I would have dressed up as a Mountie if I'd known.
You could do that.
Yeah. And I said, I don't want to be on Star Search, Howard Lapidus. And he goes, but the winner gets $1 million. The winner got $5,000. And I didn't even win.
Right.
And I was backstage with the Nicaraguan junior dancers and their parents sad. They put all the losers in a sad place.
A sad room?
Yeah. And I remember telling a lady, I said, don't worry about it. Your kid, they wouldn't, even the winners, nothing.
Even the winners don't matter?
Yeah, not the junior dancers.
Right. They're going nowhere.
So this is a question
Little
from...
Juliana Huff was in that room. No, but how about the fact, now that you lost, but Dennis Miller went against Sinbad?
Oh, he went
How many
up
stars
against
did you get, by
Sinbad?
the way? 2?
I don't want to say.
3.25.
You remember?
No, I got...
You got 1?
3/4 of a star.
Of 1?
Get out.
Why'd you do the A
I
stuff?
got 3 zeros and a 1.
3 0? They can't give you a 0?
Yeah, 3... no, how does it work out? 3...
maybe 1
3
1
ones
0 and 3
0.
1s.
I've never seen anybody get 0 stars.
3 1s and a 0.
Dennis said he went against Sinbad. Well, you figure that out.
Wow, that'd be hard.
Do the math. Dennis goes, I do all my best jokes about Ronald Reagan. Sinbad comes out and he goes, yeah, you ever have underpants sold? You just wearing a rubber band? They go, 4 stars. It's sort of true. It's a funny bit.
Yeah. 4 stars.
He goes, Ed McMahon used to get into those bands. He goes, ladies and gentlemen, kayak.
Oh. You see the thing about that?
Yeah.
About the
I'll stick
junior
his
dancers.
bits.
Because I remember one time there was a junior dancer. They were doing good. And it was called Adam and Eve. There's a little boy and girl.
Right.
And they won like 3. And somebody must have complained about it, being...
Bible.
Yeah.
Biblical.
So the next week, Up and Adam! Which is a much better name.
I do like that one because they're like...
So do you want to hear the question?
Yeah, we're sort of going in
From
circles.
Pepsi or Sprite. Do you remember there was that really squeaky clean intern at SNL who took the bus every day to and from Philly and was the only guy who called Lorne Mr. Michaels? And people asked him why he didn't just call him Lorne, and the kid said, I'll call Mr. Michaels Lorne when Mr. Michaels tells me to call him that. But then there was this director who went off his meds and became obsessed with this kid, and the police found the director in a van, and the van had the kid's name on the contact sheet circled in red and pictures of the kid with his eyes cut out, and they thought the director had killed the kid, but he was just on the bus back home to Philly. Do you remember that? He was the same guy who attacked Rosa, the cleaning lady.
Was it Tom Schiller?
Well, we didn't want to say that.
No. I thought I was going to win. Who was it?
I'm just reading a card.
Jeez.
But the great Tom Schiller.
I thought this was a murder mystery.
Do you remember the great Tom
Schiller is cool.
Yeah.
The only thing that went south with me and him is that I have a bad knack, as you know.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I was so horny to be in sketches, it was humiliating because I'd go into Schiller Vision bits, which were sort of, they clank a little bit, 5 to 1. But
they were a little dramatic.
Yeah, he'd film them out and about New York, and if you were in nothing, sometimes you can get in those. And then, but before that, one time I was in rewrites, and Franken was in there, who's one of the head writers, and they were doing a thing about a talk show, and I had nothing in the show for like week after week. So Bonnie Turner stood up, and they go, Bonnie's going to stand up and ask a question and say, my son, blah, blah, blah. And I go, can I be your son, just standing next to her? And Al Frank goes, there's no lines. I go, I don't care, I'll just finish. He goes, how desperate are you? I'm like, pretty desperate. Like, I want to be on TV so people believe I was in Saturday Night Live. Like, no one even believes I'm in New York. Like, I keep going, SNL. They're like, I've never, there's no proof. So I thought that'd be exciting. And then I did a Schiller Vision, and the joke was, I grew old with this girl, Victoria Jackson, I think, and then at the end I got to get this old man makeup, which is horrible. And the only joke is they drop a bomb in my head, like where everything's going perfectly, and I get hit with literally a bomb. And he dropped it from a ladder, and I was like, and I have a bad neck, but I wouldn't complain about it. And he kept dropping an effing bomb on my head, not to be confused with an F bomb.
Gosh almighty.
Anyway, that was probably where my neck got even worse.
When did you hit it on a Saturday Night Live?
I'm doing a book of boring stories. I might use that one.
No, when did you hit it on Saturday Night Live?
Oh, good question.
Or were you worried at any point?
Yeah. Well, I got there. We got there 4 shows before summer. Rob Schneider and I got hired as performers, which I didn't like at all. I wanted to be just
4 shows before the summer?
Before the end of the season, which is weird. We audition and they go, come in and just ride out these 4 and write. I wrote my big Life Alert bit for Jan Hooks. Life Alert.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
My fingers are in the toaster and it's on dark. Hurry. Something. Like she was making up reasons to talk to the Life Alert guy. Because she was bored. That one got close to getting on.
Wait, give me the chronology of this now. Was Sandler already there?
No, no one was there yet. So
you were before Sandler.
It was the exodus of like, Dennis, those guys hadn't left yet, but Lovitz was leaving. A lot of those people were leaving. I came in with Schneider. We did 4 shows. And then Dennis goes, you better get something on. They're not going to bring you back. Meanwhile, he didn't mention it's impossible to get a sketch on. Because you're writing against Conan O'Brien, Robert Smigel, Bob Odenkirk, Jack Handy. And then, like, are you there then?
I wasn't there. But all those heavyweights
everyone's
were
great.
there.
Like, you're there. Mike Myers is writing. Dana. Everyone's great. Dennis.
Yeah.
So to be better than them and get a sketch in, forget I didn't know what I was doing. So.
And only 4 episodes to do it before.
I had 4 episodes. One was the big Dice Clay one where he.
Oh yeah.
All that hype. Yeah. And one was Alec Baldwin.
Nora Ephron walked off the show.
Yeah.
Right, and so did Sinead O'Connor, I think, right?
I was there for that one too.
You were there for Sinead O'Connor?
Yeah.
It was Nora Dunn, by the way.
Oh, no, I meant when Dice did it, Sinead... Yeah,
was that the same show?
That wasn't the same show.
No, she said she didn't want to do it because Dice was performing, so they had to get a different musical guest.
They hired this guy to ruin all the interviews? No, so how about this? When Sinead O'Connor was there, Sinead ripped up her picture, and Lauren was over there like, Irish. Like, he didn't even care. And I was sitting, and I walked by. I didn't know it was a big deal. And I saw pieces, I go like this. I picked up a piece of it, and I put it in my pocket. I go, just because I thought it was sort of a big deal, but I didn't know. Meanwhile, it's an international story.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Monday morning, I'm about to go to work for the host meeting, and Inside Edition is on. They're like, doo-doo-doo. Every story is about the Pope thing. Sinead O'Connor, and they go, the ripped up picture, and they show it, and I go, oh, that looks like the real one. And one piece was missing.
Oh.
And I go like this. Oh my God, that's the real ripped up picture. And so I went in and bragged about it to like Sandler and everyone. And then I go, I got a piece of it. And then I got called into the office by Kenny Among. He's like, and there's bodyguards. He's like, anything you want to tell us? I go, And I didn't know what was going on. And they go, someone apparently, one of the stagehands sold that picture for 10 grand to Inside Edition, and they thought I might be in on it. Because I was blabbing like a canary that I had a piece of it. So I like ran and gave it back, and then they never did anything with it. I wish I had it now, I could sell it.
Oh my God.
That's a big piece of history. But back to Dice was just...
But Sandler was there.
No, those 4 he was not there.
Okay.
And then when I came back after the summer, it was Farley and Rock, and then I met Farley on the way in my hotel on the way to work the first day. And then we all shared an office, and then Sandler came right before Christmas, I think.
Oh.
So, and then he like blew by me in a rocket ship. That was the hard part, is everyone was doing great, and I sort of looked like Dana, and I couldn't get ahead. I couldn't get a...
He looked too much like Dana.
Dana was a better version of me. So if an impression looks like Sandler, like the Macho Man Camacho, remember saying, like, don't you forget about your Macho Man?
You guys were very different, though.
Me and Dana, well, just from the outset. Plus, he's really good impressions. I'm not, so I really didn't know what I was bringing to the table. I was just like, I can mumble jokes.
What's the first thing you did? You could do
First
Michael
sketch?
J. Fox.
Yeah, but hey, listen, you gotta give me a minute on this here, Sarge. Ah, Christ, Mallory.
Subscribe to Nom Burger King.